All right, time to talk about Nigeria Professional Football League. Some games decided over the weekend. Many games. It started all the way from Friday, where you have Akwa United coming down to Lagos and cause the loss to MFM 3-0. MFM finally getting, on track, being able to win game at home. Let's take a look at all the results coming from Nigeria Professional Football League, and then we'll dwell on one of the key games of the weekend. PLATEAU United and IFANYI. Well, IFANYI had to hit this one. PLATEAU United, after losing, last weekend and all, they wanted to go back to having that unbeaten run. They had to put all the frustration, so to speak, on IFANYI. It was 5-1. That's the biggest result. We have 6 goals that game produced. ADAMAWA United and Sunshine Stars. It was a 3-0. ADAMAWA United go everywhere. They went to Akwa and, of course, 4-0. 4-0. And that's how Akwa, but we thought they were back to winning games and all that. We didn't know that, okay, it was just ADAMAWA. That's what some people said. Well, in the KFL scored a hat-trick in that one. But against MFM, it was anonymous. Yeah, that's the word I could use in that game. Sunshine Stars produced a spectacular one away from home in the north. It was a 3-0. KWARA United and HEARTLAND FC. It was HEARTLAND winning by a lone goal. Another away victory.
KWARA scored that goal.
Yeah. JIGAWA Golden Stars and WARRI Wolves. WARRI Wolves lost 2-1. JIGAWA Golden Stars winning at home. LOBI Stars and ABIA Warriors. LOBI Stars winning at home. DAKKADA and ENYIMBA. ENYIMBA, after beating Rivers, they couldn't continue. Just string 2 wins together. That time actually put them to second, but somehow now they've dropped. DAKKADA winning 2-1. It's nice to actually finally having them now, not Aqua Starlets anymore. So the whole thing has been resolved. And Rivers United haven't lost to ENYIMBA by a lone goal, so they had to ensure they win this one by 2-0 against KATSINA United. Now, everyone has been talking about this particular game. That's before we talk about that, maybe we'll take a look at the table, right? What the table is really looking like right now.
See what it looks like. PLATEAU United still maintaining their position on the top, followed by DAKKADA, LOBI Stars, and of course Sunshine Stars. That's the top 4. The teams in red, you don't want your team to be here, but it's just week 8, some people will say. So you have ADAMAWA United, who's been losing, KWARA United. You also have Rangers International, understandable. They have a couple of outstanding matches to be played. But an outstanding game is nothing until you win it, though, so that must be said. And you also have Nasarawa United, all those 4 teams in red. This is what the table looks like after match day 8.
Okay. Wow. Akwa United, where's the position? 16, right? Okay, that's down the table. And feelings reaching us is the fact that, okay, the coach, John Obuh, and of course his assistant, the head coach, Duke Odi, they've actually stepped down. I mean, they had to resign after that game against MFM. I think maybe they just couldn't take it anymore or something like that. But from sources reaching us this morning is the fact that these two coaches,
reliable sources.
Is the fact that these 2 coaches, I mean...
And maybe we can just see clips from that game, because that game, MFM Akwa United is responsible for whatever is being floated around, for whatever led to those coaches stepping aside, whatever word you want to use, stepping aside, resigning, or before we came into the studio, we said they were working on thin ice. That's the way we put it, because we knew something was definitely going to happen, but sources we can't quote directly. Sources we can't go directly that the coaching crew, that's John Obuh and his assistant, former international Duke Hoodie, will not be in charge. So we'll see what happens when this becomes official, when it's put out there. But, like we said, very reliable source putting that out to us, and we'll see what happens later on. The results haven't been good. Cecilia was at this particular game. You commented about the attitude of the players.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Appear to be strolling on pitch.
Because it's like he lost the dressing room. That's what I thought about.
Your own interpretation.
I mean, that's my own interpretation, because I saw some of the players that you expect to actually give their all. You don't see that. In the free kick, we saw him, the weekend, scoring a hat-trick and all. He was everywhere. But in this particular game, it was a bit anonymous, walking on the pitch most times and all. That's him right there. Then at the end of the day, the coach was trying to tell him, he was giving him instruction. but he didn't listen. So there was this attitude he was giving, like it was like the normal words. Okay, it was phony attitude. Yeah, let me use
what's
that
this
word
guy
right
saying?
now. It was trying to. It wasn't even listening to the coach, so it was just walking around trying to like, I know what I'm doing. Leave me alone. I was these hand exchanges and all that. At the point, some of the fans, that were sitting close to me were like, "What is wrong with this guy? What do you think you are?" No. So some of the fans, in the stand, they were actually disappointed with his performance and all. And later he was substituted, and when he was substituted,
rightly so.
Yeah, that was in the second half.
Got the
I thought,
boost.
if I was, that's why I said I can coach. If I am, first half he would be out on the of the pitch, but second half he tried. I think they actually told him, "No, guy, you need to lead your team and all that." He tried as much as possible to come into the game in the second half, after they were a goal down in the first half and all. But at the end of the day, it just wasn't enough. If the way they started the first half, if they were able to score, they could have been 2 goals up in the first half. But when your big guys, so to speak, are not really doing the job, so it's really difficult. Unfamudo, he was great on the day. IFANYI also was another player that was great on the day, but somehow it was a bit difficult. But you know what? I spoke with John Obuh after this particular game, and obviously he was really disappointed about that. Let's listen to him. Probably that's the last time you get to hear him talking, as the coach of Akwa United.
I feel so sad because my boys just handed over a free game to them. You watch the game yourself. Before they scored the first goal, there's no way you give it to them. You wouldn't have given it to them by the way the goal was played. But when you are not tactically disciplined, more especially trying to make sure that you behave well in the field, you can never be inside the field and be outside the field at the same time. You understand? So I just believe that we must have learned our lesson, and then such things can never repeat itself again. I wouldn't want to say it's unlucky, because we had opportunity of even scoring. But because of the disorganization of the attitude of the players inside the field, our chances was becoming very difficult to convert. But even at that, if we had reduced our mistakes, highest thing that will happen today is 0-0, because I don't see any chances that was created. The whole of the chances that they had was we giving it to them. We gave them the first goal, gave them the second goal, gave them the third goal. So it's just quite unfortunate. At least the players have seen it themselves. So they should be able to understand the importance of them doing the right thing at the right time.
Yeah, okay. We identify him as the coach of Akwa United. It's not official yet, but we'll just see what's going to happen later in the day. By Wednesday, he talked about the next game. We want to put everything right and all that. But then he may not be the coach. You may just have another coach, in charge of Akwa United.
And
so
for emphasis sake,
okay,
that might just be his last interview as Akwa United. And you listen to him, I felt his pain.
Yeah,
I felt his pain. All the goals scored by the home team were gifts. Yes. And no coach.
The first penalty and the second, the last
like
goal
that.
was a back pass. So.
Like the players had their minds somewhere else. And after a loss like this, trust any management that is forward thinking. Heads will roll. And that's why I wasn't surprised when I heard what we heard. But of course, we're waiting for it to be official. But like we also hinted, a very, very reliable source.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, John Obuh, well, when a coach is really trying his best, you don't really have much luck. Okay, and also dressing, we talked about the attitude of the players. So how can you not be able to control your players as a coach? That's really what I don't understand. It's either the players are acting as if they're bigger than the coach, or maybe you put up a good performance at the home, you feel you're bigger than the coach or bigger than the club. You don't want to really, calm down and really play. I understand the circumstances surrounding the game. They played on Sunday, and the game, all of a sudden, they said they're going to be playing their game on, I think they were informed on Tuesday or something, that they will be playing on Wednesday. On Friday, maybe they were thinking of another date, but somehow, the game was carried, to Friday and all that. Maybe the players were a bit tired. You never can tell, but I just didn't see
all those
players really hungry, to really get. Except some few players were hungry,
whatever
but it wasn't an overall that you see that hunger and that zest in the players to actually get a win.
I agree with you. All of those things you said is part of this climb. It's part of. There is nothing new about all of those things you said. Are things that players go through, and as professionals, with your career in mind, because that's the most important thing.
That's what
you must always be professional, and without trying to sound like an advocate for the coach, whether or not he's going to be with him. Without sounding like an advocate, when you step to the pitch, doing a job that you're paid for, your mind must be there and you must put in your best. But of course, you will lose games. Losing games is not the issue, it's how you lose. And anybody that was an Akwa United fan will feel pained by some of the performances from some players that you expected a lot more from. All right. Okay, so let's step down. Some people say we shouldn't be saying step down. So let's talk about the Nigerian National League.
Thank you for that.
And take a look at the results. And some matches will be played today. Let's talk about the ones that have been concluded. Let's start with Division A1 that you have right there on your screen. Aklo Sandy, of course, defeated ABS FC, that's Abubakar Bukola Saraki, 1-0. You have Kogi United played a goalless draw with DMD FC. You have Kebbi United 2-1 victory over Malum Fashi FC. All of these results in Division A1, that's the Northern Conference. You have FC Samfara had a 2-0 victory over Kada City FC. NAF FC 3-1 victory over OES Sports FC. All of these results in Division A1. We go to Division A2. Mighty Jets played a one-all draw with Gombe United. Shokoro United defeated. I don't know why NNL is still putting this as KWARA, but anyway, we'll take it like that. Defeated KWARA United 2-1. UBAH Stars played a goalless draw with El Kanemi Warriors, EFCC FC. Nobody was arrested in that game, by the way. Defeated Aurora FC 2-0. All right, so that's for Division A2. Let's go quickly to Division B1. You have Apex Crane FC, a played a 2-all draw with Giant Brailers. You have Go Round FC, defeated Gateway United. Gateway used to be in the top flight. ABIA COMETS had a 1-0 victory over Ibom Youths. Oshu United defeated Dynamite FC. And of course, this was a big game. Big game because you had a big team in 3SC and an emerging force in Nilayo FC. Those who are behind Nilayo FC have done a great job. But a fitting scoreline for a great game. And then 1-1, Nilayo FC and 3SC played a 1-all draw. That's in Division B1. Let's go to Division B2. Few matches played in Division B2. Julius JATETE, a lot of people call them giant killers because of their exploits in the Federation Cup. Of course, they played a 1-all draw with LAMRAY United. That team is from Enugu. Of course, you also have BAYELSA United defeated Remo Stars 1-0. You have
BENDEL Insurance.
Joy Comments and BENDEL Insurance. Okay. Played a 2-all draw.
Yeah, getting draws from home, it's good. But then you just can't convert one of those draws to at least a win. Yeah, that's what they need to do. Too many draws happening right now for BENDEL Insurance. If you don't win away from home sometimes, most times you need to win away from home to be able to get a chance of, playing in the playoffs.
But at least the consolation for BENDEL Insurance is that look, the support structure is strong.
Yeah.
So they just need to get the results on the field.
Exactly.
They're not lacking the motivation. That must be said. All right.